Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. It's Jordan here. Today we're going to be taking a quick look at a new massive $300 Lego Zelda set that's available for pre-order right now. My pre-order affiliate link is in the pinned comment and description below, and it's officially going to be available starting on September 1st. In addition to taking a look at that new set, I want to continue working on the Lego City tables because I've got to get this Lego up off the ground. Also, we're going to finish building the Ultimate Collector Series General Grievous, and we're going to place it in the LEGO Star Wars room. Here is the LEGO Nintendo The Legend of Zelda Great Deku Tree 2-in-1 set, which consists of 2,500 pieces. This set allows you to build two different versions of the Great Deku Tree. We can build the one from the Ocarina of Time, and also the one from Breath of the Wild. So here we have the Breath of the Wild version. You can see the pink blossoms on the top of the tree, also its face, which can be animated by pressing a lever on the back of the tree, I believe. Looks pretty cool. I love all the different part usage that we have in the face here. We've also got some fantastic minifigures. Of course, we've got Link and also Zelda. Look at that. He's got the Master Sword. That is such a cool piece right there. That is so awesome. Also, the Highland Shield. And I love all the print detailing on Link and also on Zelda. This is so cool. I can't believe that we're actually getting this set. I'm not a massive Zelda nerd. I played Breath of the Wild for probably about 8 months, but that is the extent of my knowledge of Zelda. But I will say, this looks pretty darn neat. Like, look at that set. I love all these different trees and all the different part usage to create these trees. And I like how it's just like one solid cohesive set. Like, it's a 2,500 piece set. That's pretty big. So here we have the Ocarina of Time version. The foliage up top here has been switched from pink to green, so I like that you have that option. These green leaf elements, they're not new, but man, they look really good on this tree. Apparently there is a way to interact with this one as well. The mouth of the tree will open and close, and you can see some of the details around the base here have been changed up. And then there is a small addition over here, which I believe is Link's house. I think I prefer this version of the set though because I've played Breath of the Wild. I haven't played the other one. I also like the character build right down here. That is funny. That's Hestu the Korok, right? And then there's some other little small details as well, such as smaller Koroks. I think there's one up here. That's a smaller Korok. You got some print detail on that little heart piece there. Speaking of print pieces, there is another one right here on that 1x2 tile that Zelda's interacting with there. I can't quite remember the name of that. It has something to do with the shrines, right? The set comes with 4 minifigures. We get Zelda and 3 different versions of Link, which I think is pretty neat because we actually get 2 different Ocarina of Time versions. We get both Link and Young Link, and then we also get Link from the Breath of the Wild in his blue attire. So Young Link has the basic sword and basic wooden shield, and then of course we've got the Master Sword and the iconic Highland Shield. That is so cool. That is such a neat minifig accessory. Looks like there's dual molded legs there, some nice print detailing on the torso, dual molded arms as well, and then some nice print detailing on the legs over here and also torso. Some great head decorations on all of the minifigures, and it looks like they all have like dual molded legs as well, so that's pretty cool. Once again, there's that 1x2 print piece there, some nice print detailing on the torso, and then this version of Link is pretty neat as well with the different shield and sword and some pretty cool print detailing. And there's also the pedestal for the Master Sword right there. So there we have the $300 Great Deku Tree from The Legend of Zelda, a 2-in-1 set, so you can build the Breath of the Wild version and also the Ocarina of Time version. What do you think of this set? I think it looks pretty cool. I think a lot of people are going to be so excited about this. There seems to be a lot of details jammed outside of the tree and also within the tree. A lot of different building techniques are used to create this cool looking set. I think a lot of people are going to be happy. This is sort of like a fan service that people have been asking for quite some time. Did they nail it? Maybe. Maybe we need some more affordable sets so that you can pick up this minifigure and its accessories for a cheaper price. $300 is a lot of money for, Legend of Zelda fans. Maybe a more affordable set would be desired as well.
but I think they've definitely nailed the introduction of a new license of the Nintendo theme, The Legend of Zelda, with some great figures and overall a great looking set that you can turn into 2 different versions. So I think that's a pretty neat concept, and I think they're definitely off to a great start in the Legend of Zelda front.
I can't say that I'm going to run out on September 1st and buy that set like right away. Who knows? I guess it depends on what else is coming out on September 1st. Pretty crazy looking set though, and I know a lot of people have been rooting for a Zelda set for so long, and here we are. We're getting it right now. Like, it's available for pre-order today, which is pretty cool. I would go into more depth on it, but I'm not like a Zelda mega fan, and I'm eager to build these tables. Got to get them leveled off, screwed down, so I can get this Lego up off the ground. So yeah, I sort of want to prioritize that. So let's get started. First thing I wanted to do in regards to finalizing these tables is make sure that the tabletops align with the Lego. So I've started adding base plates. You can see they go right to the edge on this side, and they go to the edge over here as well. I'm trying to complete the entire perimeter of the tables. The base plates, they went around the entire perimeter pretty well. There was some inconsistencies, but we're working it out with base plates. So we've actually screwed down this one here after shifting it a little bit with a laser level. And now we're working on the first filler section, which is 3.5 base plates by 7. Now the front's screwed down, the 3 mid sections are screwed down, and then I've got 27 base plates running across the next section, and then 7 base plates running this way, making sure that it lines up with the edge of this melamine on either side. And it seems like it does. So I guess we can start to screw down this section now. Oh my gosh, this has been quite the process. Here we go, introducing the 27 base plate Lego measuring stick. It's like mills plated in the center. So now it'll move as one big solid unit, and it should measure from end to end on this massive table. So I was working on squaring everything off and getting everything perfect. And you know what? I've come to a conclusion here, everybody. What I'm going to do is actually just start moving the Lego onto the table. So everything that I have in my Lego city is mills plated. So my theory is when I just start putting this Lego on the table, what I can do is use that to get everything square. And then once I get everything leveled off and square with the Lego on there, with the additional weight on there, which of course is going to push down on sections like this and sort of start to make it look a little more even, well, then I can go through and I can shim this section up, screw it down, move the Lego around, and just sort of get everything square based on the mills plates. Because what I'm scared of is I'm scared to do all of this work, get everything perfect with base plates, which are somewhat tacked together but can still shift around, and then when I place the actual city, discover that, oh my gosh, this one here needs to be moved over 3 millimeters. This one needs to be shifted over 3 millimeters, and that's disrupting everything moving that way. So I honestly think that I've just got to start placing Lego and start building the Lego city with the mills plated structures, and then adjust the tabletops as I'm building the city. So it's like everything is adapted to accommodate the city and the standard 16 stud, 32 stud, 48 stud modules that are part of the city. I think that's going to be better, and then I can start to level everything off, screw it together, and shift things around these tiny increments when I actually have these hard structures that are built out of Lego in place on the table. I just think that that makes more sense. I've spent probably 7 hours trying to get this perfect on the frames, and I'm just scared that I'm going to invest 24 hours of labor to try and get it perfect, and then I'm going to start doing it, and it's not going to be perfect anyway. So I think that is the new solution. So the good news about that is the fact that we're going to start moving all of this Lego off the ground and onto the tables in the next video. So technically we're gonna start building the Lego city in the next video. Somebody commented in my last video that I forgot to show the Lego city tables from up top here. Here you go. Sort of demonstrates the size. How big exactly is it? 966 base plates. 28.5 base plates long, 27 base plates wide, and then 6 3.5 by 3.5 base plates cutouts, which equates to 966 plates. And then of course, once I get all this Lego off the ground, we still have all this space there. Yeah, it looks huge from up here. Really demonstrates the size. So new Zelda set, Lego City coming soon, but what about the Lego Star Wars Ultimate Collector Series General Grievous from 2008 with 1,085 pieces? He's right over there checking out the temperature here in the studio. It's a cool 18 degrees. Keeping it busy in here. I want it nice and cool. But yeah, this thing is just awesome. Look at that. I will say that if it was made in this day and age, it would be better constructed, but it is pretty stable. I guess it's a bit wobbly. I see why it needs this really cool display stand with the podiums. It's nicely tiled off. It's got the General Grievous sticker that goes over 4 of the 1x8 tiles. There's also a part of it that can spin, so you can actually rotate General Grievous. It's on like one of those larger turntables, the 4x4 ones. And it's got some pretty cool detail starting on his feet here. You can see his like claw toes. There's these parts in the back here which can actually articulate. And then you've got his chest. This is really cool. You can actually split it open. And there's some details inside, some really cool part usage. Inside the like neon dome there is his heart. So there's some of those like vegetation elements in dark red. And then there's also a hood piece to represent his heart. And you can rip open his chest like Obi-Wan Kenobi. There is 2 little sticker elements on those large curved slopes there. And then of course we have his head, which is actually pretty well put together. I like these tubes leading up to his mouth. And then there's his eye detail as well. There's actually some neon studs in there and also some dark red accents just to give his eyes that authentic look. His arms, that of course are wielding 4 lightsabers at the moment, 2 blue and 2 like this neon color. That's like the Death Star color, like right up there. Yep. And his arms do have some points of articulation as well. So they will actually rotate at the Technic connection point right there. And also right here. So you can sort of turn his wrist. And then down here, I think there's only the 1 point of articulation right there as well. Now you have the option to actually remove 2 of his arms. So you can actually remove his top arms, and then it comes with these additional like shoulder pieces. So you can swap up the arms with the shoulder pieces if you only want to display him with 2 arms when he's not in attack mode. Just like that there, but I much prefer him with the 4 lightsabers and the 4 arms. A lot more intimidating. There is 1 more point of articulation. You can see like these ratchet connectors right here. So he will articulate at the hips, so you can make him lean backward or lean forward, but honestly he's not stable enough to do either of those things, so he's meant to be in the upright position. Maybe those are just there for detail, or I guess just to have that option of making him lean forward or backward. But yeah, pretty cool set, that's for sure, all the way back from 2008. Is it worth the hefty price tag? Maybe. I would suggest buying it used without the box, but I do have my box, and I'm thinking that might be a good display spot for it. Just keep them right there beside the box. Pretty cool. The Ultimate Collector's Series General Grievous, everybody. Not too bad. A great addition to the Lego Star Wars room, that's for sure. Look at Mrs. Bricksie. She's been doing computer work all day for us. All the behind the scenes stuff. And I've been tinkering down here. Not getting very far, but a little bit of Lego action today, I guess. But mostly construction and taking a look at the new stuff. Right now, I'm just being Molly Maid. I'm trying to get rid of all this sawdust. Like it is everywhere because I've been running the saws in here. So I'm just going around with a shop vac and trying to clean it all up. Because of course, before I put all the Lego on these tables, well, they've got to be like wiped down because they're like dirty. They're not clean. If I rub my hand on it, it's gonna get like a bunch of sawdust. So I've got to go through and vacuum these and then wipe them down and get rid of all this sawdust. So I want to try and do some of that tonight before I start adding the Lego to it tomorrow. Because guess what, everybody? Jose and I, we've got to be out of here about 4:15 sharp because we're going to the Edmonton Oilers hockey game tonight. It is going to be wild, like the craziest experience ever. Jose's never been to NHL playoff game, specifically an Edmonton Oilers one, where the fans are like off the deep end, like going nuts the entire time. It is just like an insane atmosphere. Right now it is it's the Western Conference, so it's Edmonton and Dallas, Game 3. The series is tied 1-1. It is going to be a wild experience. So Stingsbrick came by today, and he had his laser level, and we were working on getting this all squared up. And it's pretty good, but once again, I'm going to do it with the Lego on there, just in case I make a mistake. He also dropped this off, and this does a great job of scraping the edge of the melamine. So you just run this across, and it takes off any like the chips or frays or any of the rough cuts, and that's fantastic. However, it's going to leave a lot of stuff on the ground, so I'm going to have to vacuum that all up anyway. So I may as well do this before I finish cleaning up. Now, in regards to the edge, this edge looks rough here. I was talking about using that iron-on stuff. I was also talking about putting some of the half-round molding on there after painting it white and nail gunning it on. And I was thinking to myself the other day, I was like, you know what? Like, that sounds like a lot of work. Both of them do. And they sound relatively expensive. I was like, what could I do? I was like, okay, well, maybe I can get some sort of white tape. So I'm thinking I'm going to go get some hockey tape or some white electrical tape or some sort of white tape. And after I get this all leveled off, and all the Lego is pretty much on there or whatever, after the tables are all leveled off and even out, I'm just going to grab some white tape of some sort that's probably like maybe 1 inch and go around the entire border. And then there's going to be a little bit on top, a little bit on bottom. It's just going to wrap around it beautifully, and it's going to be easier to apply, cheaper, and it'll give us a white clean edge, and it will also remove that sharp edge because there's a piece of tape going over top of it, so it'll just sort of make it not as sharp. So that's what I'm thinking. But first I've got to clean up all the edges with the scraper. So that's really all we can do at the studio here today because it's go time. Got to switch up my wear here, got to throw on my Oilers gear. I'm going to bring you along for this journey. Oh, it's going to be incredible. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. I'm more excited about this than the ZELDA set, I've got to say. This is like bucket list stuff right here, everybody. It's wild. What do you think, everybody? Should I wear this to the game? Also, my buddy Tim Stingsbricks, he brought me another present today. I haven't set it up. I haven't put the interior guts in it yet, but got a hard hat. I'm just going to put a Bricksie sticker over the CN logo. Then we're good to go. Maybe I should go like this to the hockey game, though. I'd be the coolest guy there. Are you excited, Jose? Very, very excited. So we're doing a classic here, just down the street from Rogers Place, where the arena is. There's an old spaghetti factory, so you can eat in the arena, and you can pay $40 for a hamburger and 4 fries, or you can come here and get everything for like 20 bucks. It's the way to go. Look at that, you even start with bread. I'm so ready for this. It's gonna be an incredible experience. It's gonna be amazing. Everybody, this has got to be the longest escalator up to the nosebleeds I've ever seen. Look at it. It goes way up there. Let's go Oilers! Let's go Oilers! Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Not a bad first period. Look at the shots, look at the score. So unfortunately, the Oilers lost. I'm up bright and early here the following morning to finish editing this video because I haven't even filmed my clips about the new Legend of Zelda set yet. So I was like, oh man, I better set my alarm early, get up and take care of that. So yeah, the Oilers lost, but I've got confidence for game number 4. Dallas Stars had a huge comeback and scored like multiple goals with a very short period of time. It was upsetting, but it was definitely worth the experience heading to the game. I can't say that I'll go to another one during the playoffs, but the seats that we had were actually pretty good. You could like see the whole rink, so it was pretty neat. I'm really excited about today. My kids are about to wake up, and I'll spend the morning with them. I've got some haircuts and stuff that we're gonna go take care of, so that's always exciting. And then after that, I'm gonna head to the studio and start building the Lego city. But there we go, everybody. General Grievous, The Legend of Zelda, Lego City tables, and more exciting stuff happening in the very near future. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Farewell.